By now, we already know that there's some problems happening in Casco Bay, and that's why there's a big group of collaboration happening to help find those solutions.
What works for some may not work for others. And in Casco Bay, a group of scientists are slowing down to find solutions fast.
And connect in new ways.
Glenn Page is a biologist, leading a group in a 6-day, 40-mile journey, kayaking, camping, and biking across Casco Bay. The goal is to connect with the land and the coastal communities, all while hoping to learn from one another and work on issues like energy, climate action, and food systems.
We believe that the kind of challenges that we're going to be facing is going to require a whole new form of collaboration.
The Gulf of Maine has been facing major swings in the weather patterns, droughts, wildfire smoke, flooding, even acidic water levels. All factors that affect what grows and lives in the water.
And slowing down is really important. And doing that in sea kayaks really allows you to both move through the system, but also to slow down and be at the rhythm of the tides, be at the rhythm of the moon. And by doing that, it's really like taking a step back in order to take 3 steps forward.
I think it means that it shows people.
Members from the group have traveled from all over, including one, Haley Fitzpatrick, a student from Norway working on getting her PhD in systemic design.
Bioregional thinking also relates to, how does nature work, the watersheds. So we can even extend this all the way up to Mount Washington in the White Mountains, since that's where most of the rivers kind of flow through here.
Designing interventions and navigating a different climate crisis, she hopes to bring what she learns here back home.
Photosynthetic.
Each bioregion has its own way of connecting with place, and you can't apply the same solutions everywhere. So this gives me a really nice sort of transnational experience comparing from Europe also to the US.
One of the fastest changes happening in the Gulf of Maine is the decline of seagrass, prompting researchers like Page to take action. In just 5 years, Casco Bay lost over 50% of seagrass meadows. Along their journey, the group is visiting Bowdoin College, where Page has been testing seagrass seeds for replanting. This could help regenerate seagrass and address a growing global issue.
And so these are the same meadows that we've been harvesting the seeds from and the ones that we've lost. So there'll be areas that no longer have seagrass meadows. So we'll be right with the critical both loss of the ecosystem as well as its potential.
And by the time this group is done with their exploration, they should have a better understanding of their bioregional learning journey. Reporting in Casco Bay for Minnesota Weather, I'm Emily Pike.